What's up, guys? Mirage back with another Talk Tuesday. Today's topic is what inspires me and how people affect my music. Let's go. So when I think about what inspires me and how the people affect my music, I think about a couple different things. We've talked about niche before and how we don't market to everybody. We market and we try to get the music to the people that will enjoy it and get something from it. That's called your niche by definition. My niche are people who have struggled in life, people who can relate to my viewpoint on life, my perception, and people who have touched maybe the foster care system or just the different systems that we have in America. If people have touched those systems, they can typically relate to my music because that's part of my story. Me sharing my story and reaching people with that is a heavy inspiration. When I think about like Nas Illmatic, right? I don't know if you know this, but when that album first came out, it kind of flopped. It took 5 to 10 years before it started picking up steam and people appreciated it. But that's because he was writing to his niche and it took some time. This is why Kendrick, when he put out Good Kid, Mad City, people were calling it a classic, and he said we need to wait 10 years before we call it a classic. Because even though people were raving about it then, it might fade away and die. But if it hangs around, it has that lasting impact that makes it a classic. When we think about all the records that have had an impact on us, there was some kind of message that we dwelled on, whether subconsciously or consciously, sometimes both. Michael Jackson, Man in the Mirror, I think it's time to make a change. I mean, he's talking about changing yourself for the better, changing your life. Everybody can relate to that. And you think about that. Now you may bob and enjoy it and sing along, and then you may go to work humming it, and then next thing you know, you're thinking about the words and thinking about the impact on your life and how it affects and changes your life. I mean, that's a classic. That's something that has lasting impact. Versus when I listen to something like, say, Playboi Carti and I'm bopping in the car, that's dope. I enjoy it. I thoroughly enjoy it. And then I go on about my day, and I completely forgot what the message was, what the beat sounded like. I just remember I enjoyed myself when I listened to it. But I don't remember what was said. It didn't have that lasting impact to change my life, to make me think about different ideas, to make me dwell on somebody's story, how something impacted them. And no, not everybody wants to, hear a story all the time. People want to dance, they want to have fun. But I believe there's a way to have fun and you can still get messages across. You can still embody messages in singles and, pop records and club joints. You can still put real thought in those things and still make them enjoyable. And Kendrick proved that with Swimming Pools. That song we talked about before is about something much deeper than what's on the surface. So with all that being said, what inspires me to keep going is seeing how other artists that I've looked up to, how they inspire their niches and their audiences, how I'm affected by the people and how the people are affected by the music. For me, that's also hearing the stories that I've heard. I've mentioned before, I have a friend who is paralyzed from the waist down. He got a chance to hear Level Up, and that gave him something, some kind of energy, some kind of hope, and that was a big deal for me. I had no clue when I wrote that song that it was gonna do things like that, and it just did. There's been other songs, there've been people who've written me from jail, like, hey man, I was somehow able to get a hold of this song, that really helped me. There's people who've written me and been like, man, this really makes me think. I enjoy this album, I listen to this on the daily. Like, those kind of things inspire me and show me that I'm doing what I'm supposed to be doing. So this is something that's gonna be there for the long haul, 10, 20, 15, 30 years from now. People can still listen to this music and get something from it. The ideas are still relevant, they're still fresh, they still can help people live life. And ultimately, that's what I wanna do. I wanna give people positivity. I want people to think though. I wanna challenge people in their thinking. I also want people to just have a good time and to just vibe. But I want to, as creatively as possible, with skill, with all that, I wanna help get people to a place. I wanna show people my vision and see if they like it or they don't. And that's cool either way, but that's kind of what I wanna do. So that's really what inspires me at the end of the day. I appreciate that question. I appreciate y'all rocking with the Talk Tuesdays every week. We've taken a couple weeks off, so it's good to be back. Until next time, peace.